Hi, I'm Blanche Johanna for those of you who haven't met me before, and for everyone else, welcome back. It's lovely to have you practicing with me today for our 15-minute Yin Yoga class. If you would like to practice more yoga with me, please make sure you check out my monthly yoga membership program, which you can access from the web link below. So every month for $28, you'll receive 4 classes, 2 40-minute vinyasa flows, 1 30-minute vinyasa flow, and 1 40-minute yin yoga class, as well as access to all previous month's yoga classes as well. So enough on the promotional things, let's get into our yin yoga flow. So for today, if you have a bolster and a block, that would be fantastic if you could have them next to your mat. If you don't have a bolster, just grab a couple of pillows off the bed and they will absolutely suffice for what we need today. And then also, in regards to your block, again, if you don't have a yoga block at home, you can absolutely use a sturdy book, quite a thick book if you have one, and just be resourceful because you can absolutely use a book instead, okay? So just place them at the top of your mat. So we're just going to start in a cross-legged meditation. If you find this posture a bit uncomfortable to sit in for a few moments, please just grab your block or makeshift block and pop that under the hips just to raise your hips up and give you a bit more space. So I'll just give you a moment to come into the best position for you, and then when you are comfortable, just closing down the eyes, placing your hands onto your knees and turning your palms up to face the ceiling as a gesture of receiving. And just settling into your practice here, taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And our mantra for today's practice is I open my heart to love. I open my heart to love. So just listening to the words of that mantra, saying it out loud if you'd like, or maybe saying it internally to yourself. I open my heart to love. And that may mean different things to each one of us. But what I want you to think about when we are focusing on that mantra and about opening our hearts to love, we are looking at receiving love from others, but also receiving love from ourselves. So just take a moment to contemplate what that mantra means to you. And in what areas of your life you may need to open your heart more to love. And just taking your last couple of breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And last one. And gently fluttering open the eyes, bringing those palms up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, bringing your hands towards your heart center. And together, to start our practice, Namaste. So I would now like you to move into a Sphinx pose. So just coming down onto your stomach. I'll try my best to demonstrate this to you. I may turn around to give you a better view. But just bringing your arms down onto the mat, palms out flat, fingers nice and spread, feet spread apart and feet slightly splayed out. And your elbows should somewhat be underneath the shoulders. And you're really going to be feeling this in the lumbar spine. You'll feel quite a deep compression here. So in case it's a bit difficult for you to see, so just bringing those arms down onto the mat in front of you, fingers nice and spread. And just closing down the eyes here. You may even like to drop your head back, and that'll really give you a beautiful opening in the thyroid. Or if it's not comfortable for you today, you may even like to just drop your head forward. And for those of you living in a more open body, you may even like to completely straighten out through the arms, coming into seal pose. Now this is a very deep compression for the sacral lumbar, so just being very careful here not to push yourself and making sure that your body is open enough to come into this seal pose. For everyone else, just staying in Sphinx pose, keeping those eyes closed, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. One more breath here. And for all of those in seal pose, slowly making your way back down to Sphinx. And then everyone together, very gently pushing back and coming into a wide-legged child's pose here. So bringing those arms out long in front of you, arms down on the mat, and just dropping the head down, forehead onto the mat. You may even like to place a block under your forehead if that's more comfortable with you and you struggle to bring your head all the way down. So just resting on your block. And just feeling the energy moving through the body. Last breath. Gently walking those hands up and coming to sit back, bringing those legs out long in front of you. And from here we are going to come into shoelace. So this is a fantastic hip opener and also a great decompression for the lower spine. There are a few different variations, so I'm going to demonstrate those for you now. And just taking whichever variation feels good for you, leaving our egos off the mat today and making sure you are doing what suits your body in this present moment. So we're going to start by stacking the right knee on top of the left. So this is the full variation of shoelace. So both knees stacked on top of each other. Now if this is way too much for you or you simply cannot come into this pose and you just think I'm not going to be able to sit in here for a few moments, just simply stretching that left leg out long, leaving the right knee still stacked on top of the left, and that'll just give you a bit more space to work with here. And then from here, starting to come forward over that left leg, or for those in the full variation, just starting to come forward over both legs. And if you would like, you can even place your bolster or your pillow in front of you and just come to melt into the bolster. Or if not, if you're living in a more open body, just coming all the way down over both those legs, or that left leg out long. And just breathing here. Last breath. And just slowly making your way back up. And just popping both hands behind you. And bringing both knees into a bent position. Feet nice and wide. And just moving those legs from one side to the other. And just windscreen wiping from side to side. And coming on to the other side now. So for all of those who took the full variation, bringing that left knee over the top of the right. Or if again that's too much for you, just stretching that right leg out long. Stacking both knees on top of each other. And then gently coming forward over that right leg or over stacked knees. And again, using that bolster in front of you, if that's more comfortable for you, and just melting forward, dropping the head down. Just repeating your mantra to yourself now, either internally or out loud. I open my heart to love. I open my heart to love. Just taking your last breath here. Slowly and gently making your way back up, removing any props you may be using, placing those hands behind you and bringing both legs up, feet on the mat slightly apart, and just windscreen wiping those legs from left to right. And then when you're ready, making your way down onto your back. Having your legs out as wide as the mat, feet flopped out to the side, arms out along beside you, palms turned up towards the ceiling. And closing down the eyes here. And coming into Shavasana. When you're ready, slowly starting to bring life back into the fingers and the toes. Maybe giving yourself a lovely stretch here all the way through the body. And then just gently rolling over to your favorite side. And taking a moment here. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up and coming into a cross-legged position, keeping the eyes closed if that's okay for you. Bringing those hands together and bringing those thumbs to the third eye for kind and loving thoughts. Bringing your thumbs down to your lips for truth in all you say, and bringing your thumbs down to your heart center for loving unconditionally. And together out loud, we'll repeat our mantra one last time. I open my heart to love. And together we say as we bow forward, Namaste. Thank you for choosing to practice with me today. I look forward to seeing you on the mat again real soon. Thank you.